Would I be the arsehole for refusing to let my mill wear my wedding dress for her vow renewal? I got married to my husband Marcus 3 months ago. It was absolutely wonderful and went off without a hitch. My Mill Rose and my Phil David are going to get their vows renewed a month from now. They both said that my wedding inspired this. I was happy for them and thought it was a great idea. My parents did the same but on a smaller scale when I was 19. However, a week ago Rose came to me with the request that she wear my wedding dress since she was forced to sell hers when Marcus was a kid, and didn't want to spend the money on a brand new wedding dress. I was shocked and just told her that I would think about it. I have thought about it and I honestly don't want her to wear it. I want to preserve it for a future daughter or granddaughter, and the dress would have to be altered in order to fit my mill. I'm also afraid of it possibly stained or torn since Rose is clumsy and has ruined expensive clothes of mine or her own because of it. The fabric is delicate and part of it is white, which is notoriously hard to get stains out of it. Rose has been texting me about it, wanting to know my answer, and I haven't told Marcus about her request yet. Edit: the reason my mill asked me instead of renting thrifting a dress is because she doesn't think clothing should be rented out and she'd feel uncomfortable wearing a stranger's dress. When I asked her about it, offered those options. Not the asshole. Her request is creepy. Tell her no, and take your dress somewhere else for storage until after her vow renewal. You don't have to give her a reason. That it would make you uncomfortable is enough. To tell your husband and make it clear to him that your answer is no and that there will be no discussion about it in case he takes her side. Her ruining your clothing should be treated as a separate issue. Ask her for reimbursement for the things she ruined, and don't loan her anything. Not the asshole. And it's really creepy for her to want to wear the dress that her son's bride wore. Tell your husband now, as I'm sure he doesn't want the image of his wife in her wedding dress on his mother. It isn't hard to find a wedding dress at the right thrift store. She has other inexpensive options. Your dress is part of your magical memories and not for sharing. She will have to make other plans, not the asshole. AITA? It's a bizarre, boundary trampling request. It sounds like you've lent her clothes before, and while she doesn't want to spend money, her borrowing and ruining your clothes has cost you. A wedding dress is very personal. A polite "I'm not comfortable with this, it's too personal to me" should settle the matter. If her boundary trampling turns this into a drama, then you'll know who you're dealing with. I'll leave to the etiquette experts to debate whether it's even appropriate to wear a wedding dress to a vow renewal. No. Your wedding was just 3 months ago, and she's pushing a major boundary already. Stop this now, or it won't ever stop. Tell her no. No is a complete sentence. No is a valid answer. You do not need to discuss or argue or negotiate no, and your mill doesn't have to agree. But she does, ultimately, have to accept it. Not the asshole. Until the vow renewal is over and done, make sure your dress is somewhere she and any flying monkeys she may access cannot put their grubby little fingers on it. Not the asshole. Mom wants to wear the dress someone wore to marry her son, furthermore less than 6 months ago? What in the Freudian hell? Please hide your dress. Not the asshole. A wedding dress is personal, and you should not be sharing it with Mill if you don't feel comfortable to. Certainly social norms would not expect you to do that, so you should not feel like you are the R. Why have you not talked to your husband about it? You absolutely should talk to him too. Not the asshole. It really is an unreasonable ask. You should not say no. You should discuss it with your husband. He should say no. For example, I heard that you wanted to borrow my wife's wedding dress. That dress is meaningful to us and will only be worn by one of our children or grandchildren. So, the mother wants her vows renewed wearing a dress that the woman who married her son wore a short while ago? So, is this the only case, or is mother-son relationship questionable in other instances as well? I've never heard of a vow renewal where the wife wore a wedding gown. That's just wrong. A nice suit or cocktail-length dress is appropriate, not a full-length gown. She obviously has other motives, as others have said. Your husband needs to firmly shoot this down. She can rent a dress. Not the asshole. I can't be the only person who believes it is batpoop crazy for your Mill to want to wear the same dress as her son's wife. Ugh, gross, just no. No is a complete sentence, but it sounds like she is trying to assert some kind of weird dominance. I couldn't imagine looking at the pictures of my wedding and her renewal. Not the asshole, but grow a backbone. Not the asshole. It's a very weird request on your Mill's part. You should say no and end this though. Not the asshole. It's a personal choice and shouldn't be held against you. Congrats on the marriage, BTW. Not the asshole. It's strange that seemingly from what your post implies, Rose immediately went to you for a dress to wear at her vow renewal, and your fears of the dress being ruined from her clumsiness are valid. I would assume that will be alcohol after the renewal, wine in particular, and who wants wine stains on their dress? Not the asshole. Hell no. It's fine to say no. Not the asshole, and it's pretty brazen of her to ask. Not the asshole. She doesn't believe in renting clothing, but borrowing yours is fine? No don't let this happen. Noting she's clumsy, she may weaponize that somehow if you put up a fight but ultimately give in. Wine is usually in abundance at celebrations like that. It would be a good idea to move your dress out of your home. Do your parents live nearby? I bet your mom's closet has a wedding dress-sized gap. Be discreet. AITA. Not the asshole. This feels like Mill was jealous of your wedding and is trying to hijack your experience. Has she demonstrated any other jealousy over your relationship with her son? She's acting like a vulture, and your dress is her next meal. If you're planning to have children, tell her you're saving the dress for your future daughter. Or for your future vow renewal. Not the asshole, and you don't have to explain about clumsiness or potential staining or altering. I don't know why everyone thinks that they have to make excuses. The fact is that you don't want to give it to her, and it's okay. I have never seen anyone wearing a wedding dress for a vow renewal. It's very uncommon. She just needs to find a lovely outfit of her own. Don't make excuses for anything. If you don't want to do that, then simply don't do it. Not the asshole. That's weird. She can go to a thrift store or something, or just wear a nice dress if she's hard up for money. Not the asshole. That's really, really weird. Maybe it's just a culture thing where I'm from, but a mother-in-law trying to wear her Dill's dress less than a year after the wedding reads as super creepy to me. Not the asshole. The fact she wants to wear her daughter-in-law's dress is weird to me. Not the asshole. You let her use your dress, it will come back ruined, stained or destroyed, and claim it was an accident. The answer is no. Just say no and hide it from your husband if he's siding with his mom on this one. It's gross. Why would she want to wear her Dill's wedding dress? Just say no and ask your husband why he would be okay with his mother wearing his wife's wedding dress. If he complains. Not the asshole. Your wedding was only 3 months ago. You've all the right to preserve your beautiful still fresh memories of that special day intact, as well as your dress. Mill needs to create her own memories, not feed on her sons and his new bride. That was a very weird request. Not the asshole, and I think you just have to gently tell her it's not available for loan. Don't give her reasons to argue against. When you told Marcus his mom wanted to wear your dress, what did he say? Would you, her son, gift her a nice cocktail dress to wear instead of yours? I was in my late 40s when I married, so I chose the fancy cocktail dress option. Not the asshole. That's kinda creepy and just weird. Not the asshole. She is allowed to ask, and you have the right to say no. However, if I were you, until their vow renewal is over, I would move your wedding dress to a trusted friend or family's house. Just to avoid it mysteriously disappearing. It's honestly creepy that she wants to do the vow renewal in the wedding dress that you married her son in. Nah, to say no. As long as she doesn't badger you once you tell her no, it's okay to make requests, even if they seem strange.